Marenko finished third, they could win, but that's an unlikely prospect.
When will they win? Someday, maybe?
Well, they're collecting the colour of medals at the moment, and this is the silver, and next year or the year after, they'd like to have the gold.
Well, at the Europeans in Leningrad, you would have thought that Duchesnays had won the gold. But when they called out the marks, it was bronze, third place. Paul and Isabel are so used to being slighted by the judges, they didn't even flinch. But the referee did, because two judges had them in fourth, and that cost them the silver.
I could understand the Duchesnays perhaps even being in first place. Second, without question. Third, certainly. But there was no way, in my opinion, that the Duchesnays could have been fourth.
Without question, they are tremendous performers, and the audiences shower them with love. But apparently in this sport, that isn't everything. The judges showered world champions Klimova and Ponomarenko with love because the judges love tradition. What you see is what you get.
I admire a lot of the skaters out there. They're doing wonderful skating, and their actual technique is wonderful. But there comes a point where it becomes too clean and too clinical, and when everything is so exact and so precise, it seems contrived.
That from a guy who only contrived a revolution on ice. And after they caught their breaths, others followed. Suddenly, the sport of ice dancing was turned upside down.
It's a very subjective sport, isn't it? You either like it or you don't.
It's always difficult when you're not at the top to set trends and styles. It's always easier for the leaders to be the vogue.
It's also easier to blow up the rules when you're up on top. For example, you are not supposed to do a lift above the shoulders in ice dancing. But when you are on top, more often than not, you have friends. The Duchesnays would certainly like to be up there, but they are determined not to let the rules get in the way of a good performance.
I think it's the establishment's business to watch the skaters in all four disciplines and take a lead from the skaters. We should then begin to open our rules to make way for these little transgressions.
From a judge's point of view, they know the technical aspects of what's happening, or they should do. And but purely from just sitting down and watching something, I mean, anybody, you can't deny them the ability to say, I like that or I don't like it.
And certainly the Duchesnays have had the crowds on their side. We'll see if that happens in Halifax, as well as the judges' response when the competition begins after this.
Petri Coco.